Hello again. In this video, we will broach a new topic, that is verb. In our last videos, we discussed as much as possible on adjective. So let's now learn more about the word verb. The word verb comes from verbum, and the meaning of the verbum is word. It is called word or verb because this is the most important part of speech. It is used in making different tenses, in voices, and also in direct and indirect narration. The word that is mostly affected, that is verb. And it is said that if you want to improve your expression power, that means that you want to tell anything without any hesitation, then you have to first concentrate on verbs. The more verbs you have learned, the better will be your expression power. Because noun, you keep the same noun, and on the other side you keep on changing the verb, the sentence will be giving different meaning and you will be expressing a different thought. So verb is the most important part of speech. Let's learn more about the word verb. The function of the verb in English grammar or in other languages is to describe action, means activity, occurrence. There is also activity, but that takes place spontaneously. Then state, existence, and in some cases it also shows position. Previously we learned that noun is the name of person, place, thing, idea. Pronoun substitutes a noun and adjective adds to the meaning of noun or pronoun. But the word verb shows activity, occurrence, state, existence, and position. As far as kinds of verb are concerned, there are many kinds. In our upcoming videos, we will be talking about them. But we can divide it into two main parts, keeping in view the tense, time, or aspects of different tenses. So, from the using point of view, especially when we talk about tense and different expressions, the verb has two major parts, main verb and helping verb. Helping verb is also called auxiliary verb. What is the function of the main verb and what is the difference between the helping verb and the main verb? From the helping verb, its name suggests that it helps. Helps what? Helps the main verb. We will be talking about that thing later. But from the name main verb, it is also called lexical verb. That is the most important part of the sentence because it carries meaning, whereas helping verb helps the main verb. So what kind of the meaning it carries? It carries the meaning in the sentence that describes action, occurrence, state, existence, and position. Actually, the definition of the verb I have written here is the definition of the main verb. Let us understand that how verb shows all these things. The first sentence is, they are walking. The green words in these all sentences are verbs. They are walking. Here walking shows action or activity. That's why we will call it the main verb. The accident happened on the road. Means it was not deliberately done, but spontaneously or all of a sudden something happened. Not someone did it. Something happened. So the verbs which show happening, we call the verbs that show occurrence. So the accident happened on the road. This also shows physical activity, but This work is not done by someone, but it occurred or it happened. You are lunatic. Here or shows the state of the person you. We have used the pronoun you for the person. You are means you are in the state of being lunatic. So here are is the main verb and it shows state. I was home. Here we are using the word was and it shows my presence, my existence in home or at home. So here was shows my existence. The fifth sentence is she has an antique watch. Here has neither shows action nor occurrence, state or existence, but here it shows the possession. I can say she was in possession of an antique watch. So here verb functions in a sense of possession, that she was in possession. So the verb that shows action, occurrence, state, existence, possession is called main verb. Keeping in view these uses or these functions of the main verb, it is divided into two major parts, that is dynamic verb and stative verb, or action verb and stative verb. So action verb or dynamic verbs are the verbs which show physical or mental action. Actions may be divided into physical action. If I'm saying I'm waving my hand, I'm waving shows my physical action. And then I say I am thinking about my friends, I'm using my mind. And here thinking shows my mental activity. So the verb may be divided into dynamic verbs and stative verbs. Dynamic verbs show mental or physical activity, like they are swimming, physical activity. If someone is swimming, so they are physically doing that thing. He guessed wrong. He guessed means he used his mind to do that thing, and the activity was not physically performed, but it was performed mentally. So guessed and swimming are dynamic verbs. Swimming shows physical activity and guessed shows mental activity. Stative verbs are the verbs which show state, condition, feeling, possession, rather than the physical or mental action. Dynamic verbs show physical or mental action, but stative verbs show state of affairs. So state of affairs may be someone's existence somewhere, or someone is in possession of somewhere, or it shows the state of somewhere, that in what state a person is. So stative verbs show state of affairs. Secondly, that point we have to keep in our mind is they serve as a link between two words. Activity verb shows action, and the stative verbs in most of the cases they serve as a link between the two words. So then they are also called linking verbs, or copula or copular. Some grammarians call it copula, C-O-P-U-L-A-R, C-O-P-U-L-A-R. So these are the different opinions, but very international term for them is linking verbs. So linking verbs are actually stative verbs and they show the link between the two words. What are the common linking verbs or stative verbs? I have written a long list of them because I will be talking about this note, and then you will understand. As a teacher, as a learner of English language, I have noticed that mostly stative verbs are wrongly used. People make a lot of mistakes, so that's why I have given a long list of these stative verbs, so that next time you use them, you should be cautious. So think, stative verb, know, believe, agree, forget, remember, understand, like, love, hate, mind, prefer, want, hear, see, smell, test. Be means to be verbs. Is MR, was verb, or been when used as main verbs. Appear, have means when they are used as main verbs and they show possession. Need, own, involve, depend, become, remain, and there's a long list of them. I'll be giving this list in the description. If you want to know or download more stative verbs, you can download from any good internet resource. For example, if I say gloss is brittle, here is a main verb, not a helping verb. Another thing I have noticed, that whenever students see is, MR, have, has, was, were, immediately they think that they are helping verbs. Of course, there are some verbs in English, they are also used as main verbs, but on the other hand, they are also used as auxiliary verbs. So in this sentence, the word is not helping verb, it is a main verb, and it shows a condition or a state. Condition or a state are, it's all the same. So here it is main verb. The soup tastes good. Here taste show the feeling. Feeling itself is also kind of, state it shows. And then the dress looks nice on you. Looks here is state. He became a teacher. Teacher became, and he was not, when he became a teacher, he was a teacher. So this is also used as a linking verb and shows someone's state. I have a driving license. Here have shows possession. But before being serious about all the verbs I have written here, please have a look at the note I have written. Many of the verbs listed above can also be used as action verbs. This is English. And in English is a versatile language. It's very flexible. There are some places we have rules, and there are other places that we have to make the exception of those rules. So many of the verbs you see here can also be used as action verbs. Let's understand that thing through these two examples, then I'll be talking about which others are used in that way. For example, I say the cook tasted the soup. Here tasted shows activity. Here the soup tastes good is a state. When I said the soup tastes good, means the taste of the soup is good. Here it is used in the sense of is, means state. But when I say the cook tasted the soup, it means he did that activity. So here tastes stative verb, and in this sentence this is a dynamic verb. Then the dress looks nice on you, means the dress is good or it is nice when we see it on your body. So here looks means is. It is used in the sense of state. But she looked at us with anger. She looked at us with anger, means she scowled at us, means she did that work. So here she is doing the work. Here it shows the state of her dress, that her dress was nice or is nice on her or on you. So looked activity, looks, state. In the same way, think is also a stative verb and a dynamic verb. And then forget, remember, know, understand, like. Love is also used as a stative verb, mostly when you show the beautiful feeling or a lovable feeling for someone. But it is also the used as dynamic verb. And then see, here is never used. Smell is also used as a stative verb and a dynamic verb. When you are sitting somewhere, some smell or aroma or scent you feel, you smell it. But when you apply your nose somewhere to feel the scent, aroma or smell of something, then it becomes dynamic verb. Test, I have already talked about. Appear is used also as a dynamic verb and a stative verb. Have is also used as a stative verb, dynamic verb. When we say have is also used in the sense of sitting, eating, drinking. In these cases, this word is considered as dynamic verb. And then most of the other verbs are normally used as stative verb. The last note is very important. Why did I speak on these things like dynamic verbs and stative verbs at length? Because of this mistake which students make. And I have already written it in a red letters so that you can focus on that thing. What is that? Unlike action verbs, these verbs, means stative verbs, are not used in continuous tenses. Yes, stative verbs are never used in continuous tenses. The common mistake students make, they say, I'm remembering a lesson or I am remembering words. Wrong. Remember is never used in that way. And I have made a separate video on that thing, that what is the difference between remember and learn. Where we have to use remember, where we have to use learn. Do watch that thing in order to understand the difference between these two words, remember. So I can't say like remembering that people say. Secondly, let's have a look at this example. I am knowing the answer. Wrong. Know is never used in continuous tenses because it is always used as stative verb. So the better answer should be I know the answer. You can use it in simple sentence, and some of the stative verbs are combined with modal verbs to get different meanings or continuous meanings. But they are never used in simple continuous tenses. She isn't understanding anything. Understand. Another common word which students mostly misuse. Understand is also a stative verb, and a stative verb, I already told you, is never used in continuous tenses. So I hope you learned all about the most important part of speech, that is verb. If you have still any confusion to understand that thing, do ask me in the comment section, and I'm also giving the description of all that thing below the video. If you want to keep this all as notes for further reference, you can do it. And if you liked this video, do like and subscribe. Until my next video, bye bye.